Here we are, how to use major arcana to deal with your emotions. I'm Valerio Verrea, this is the Academy for Tarology Anima della Terra. If you want to know more about this wonderful tool, check it out, the link in the description. How to use tarots to deal with emotions. First thing, we need to say very clearly that emotions cannot be stopped. It's very important to understand that. We live in a society in which we think that there are emotions which are negative and we need to get rid of them. But actually emotions are very useful. We feel emotions and we feel painful emotions in the moment that we need to process something deep inside of ourselves. And it is very important to allow this process of understanding, this process of consciousness, thanks to the emotion, because if we block this process, we keep unsolved knots inside of our life. For example, if somebody dies in our life, we feel grief and a lot of sadness. And we need to let this sadness manifest. We need to give space to it. Because if we block it, then we cannot make the switch. Because after the sadness, then comes the process which brings us to feel joy and life again. So I go down in sadness, I work, I process, and then I go up. I go to the transformation which brings again life in my life. But if I stop this and I don't allow this process of going down, then I will never be able to go up. And if I don't do this process, the person which I miss, the person which I mourn, will always be stuck with me. There will be like a blockage. I will not be able to process this detachment from the person. So once we understand that and we understand how we can process this emotion, we can understand how tarots can help us in this process. The emotions we explore today are sadness, anger, fear, jealousy, and the sense of guilt. We start with sadness. Sadness is the emotion, as we said, that comes when somebody dies or we have a separation in our life. Something that cannot be undone, something that cannot be changed. When this happens, we feel that something is missing in our life. Our energetic center blocks and we feel a lot of energy going away and we feel very, very weak. We miss energy to live. And this is how this emotion works. The process is to allow this emotion to move and then go to the transformation, bringing life again. When we understand that it's important not to block it. In our society it's very difficult because we want always to be happy, yeah, and smiling to go on Instagram. But in reality we need time. In an ancient society we know that we had really a special time for mourning after somebody died. You know? People were dressing in black and so on. And this was useful because let the time to the person to feel the pain. And after, the person could go back to life. In our society, this doesn't happen, but we have to pay attention and we need to give space to this emotion. The card which can help in processing this emotion is the number 13, the card with no name. Of course, it reminds us the figure, an image which reminds us death, but it's actually the card of transformation. And it's very important because together with death and together with letting go, there is transformation. Transformation is a key concept in this card. And exactly, it's what we need when we feel this pain. We need to feel it and then transform. So bringing transformation in the process which connect with sadness is very important to bring change. Understand where the sadness comes and bring change. From that, we can move to the second emotion, which is anger. And anger is an emotion which comes in when somebody is invading our space. If somebody is invading us physically, emotionally, psychologically, something activated inside of ourselves, saying stop, saying no, saying this is not good for me. And this is anger. It's actually a very healthy emotion. I have a video here, I link up here, so you can see it, you can watch it, and understand more about anger. The process of anger is establishing my boundaries. And the card helping us in this is justice. Justice has a Libra as a balance to weight, as a weight to measure what is good and not good for me, and a sword to cut what is not good and to say yes and no. And being able to say yes and no in a proper way is a great step to deal with anger. So this card, Justice, really helps us to integrate, to get our power and set our boundaries in a correct way so that we can slowly let go the anger and have a safe space to be. And the next emotion is fear. Fear comes when I am in front of danger. Danger can be actually a real danger or something that my subconscious perceives as danger because of some experience either in my life or in the life of somebody in my family system. When I am in front of fear, fear actually activates me and activates my resources. And the aim of fear is to find inside of me the resources to focus and change the situation and deal with the situation. And the card which helped me in this process is the sun. Because the sun is about energy, is about the energy I have to protect my space, having a wall around and having energy to do everything I need to do in order to achieve my aim. And in this case, if I am in front of something that I perceive dangerous, I know that inside of me there are all the resources I need to go to the point, to go straight, to face the danger and protect myself in a great way. The sun gives us this energy, gives us the power, the focus, the direction, giving us the feeling that yes, I can deal with it. No matter what, I can deal with it. And this is the energy that we have from this card, helping us to overcome fear. The next emotion is jealousy. Jealousy is actually not a primary emotion, it's a so-called secondary emotion. Jealousy is a mix of other emotions, mainly fear and anger. And when I feel jealousy, I am in a situation in which somebody which I care a lot and which is a source of emotional nourishment for me goes away, or I am afraid that is going away. And in this case, I need to deal with this emotion by finding a new power inside of myself, finding a resource that tells me that my life is not dependent on somebody else. I have everything inside of me, and my life is guided by something which is above. It's not guided. The center of my life is not the person I love, but the center of my life is a great spirit driving me, guiding me, giving me information and bringing me on in life. And this thing allows to find new energy, to find determination, and to find the ability to be not dependent. And the card which helps me with that is the Judgment. The Judgment has this energy above, which is the call, my calling, my direction. And inside here I have masculine and feminine, which are the resources which I have inside of me. I can access these resources all the time, constantly inside of me. And these resources allow me to be in the life fully, not being dependent on anybody. And this makes jealousy slowly go away. The other person is going somewhere else with somebody else. Fine, fair enough. I have everything I need. Here, I don't depend on that person. And the final emotion is the sense of guilt. The sense of guilt, actually, I have a video also about it. The guilt comes when we betray, subconsciously we feel we betray some rules. And because we betray some rules, we will be punished, either by somebody or by some superior forces. Of course, everything is a subconscious movement, so we are not aware of it. But when we do that, when we act in a way, I do something that my family would not consider correct, I do something that based on some rules I should not do, it's immoral or something. Well, when I do that, I need to find inside of myself the direction that comes from a deeper self, to be authentic. My authenticity is the greatest gift I have for my life and for others. I have to feel that I have a direction. I have to feel that I choose my life, to realize my life, and I do not owe anything to anybody. And this is what is needed to overcome the sense of guilt. The card helping us is the star. And the star has a star above, giving the direction, and then it's giving. Actually, it's giving to a river. And it's very interesting because the river is a flow, and it's a flow of energy coming from up, going down. And we give our energy to this flow. We give this energy in the river, letting the river going. And this, it means also that we cannot give energy back. There is a rule in family systems saying that those who arrive before give to those who arrive later. So we need to give to our children. We need to give to the future. And our parents, our ancestors give to us. So we don't need to give to them. We need to give to the future. And when I get in harmony with this card, I feel my life that is getting space. I allow to feel the space for my life, for my authenticity. And this thing allow me to say, okay, dear feel of guilt, fair enough, I go my way. Thanks for everything that taught me, but now I can choose my own way. And this is the message of the star. So these are the 5 main emotions, how to deal with them with the support of cards. How to use the cards, actually I have a video that I place also up here. You can check it out if you want to know how to use the cards. You can either put the cards, if you want to integrate and deal with this emotion, you can place the cards that I told you around your house, in your clothes, somewhere you can meditate with them. In the video I explain how to do that. And it is very interesting because really these archetypical figures have the power to move something very deep inside of ourselves and help us dealing with all these complex and difficult emotions. So, hope this video is useful for you. Please let a comment, tell me what you think about it, put a like, share the video, subscribe the channel clicking on the notification bell. I place video here twice a week, so thanks for watching and let's go on the journey with Tarot together.